I've seen a lot of games, and I have a feeling this one is going to be special.
The playoffs are finally here. The 90 Bills at the 78 Steelers. The Steel Curtain, number 1 in points, number 2 in yards, and number 2 in takeaways. That defense was very good, and as advertised, with this Mike Wagner safety, it was the only points of the first quarter. Pittsburgh led 2-0 after 1. Buffalo put together a great second quarter drive, and Kelly finds Smith wide open for the go-ahead Buffalo touchdown. 1 of 2 in the first half for the Hall of Fame Jim Kelly. The second here to the fullback, and Buffalo led at the break 14-9. It appeared Kelly found Mueller for another score, but a McKellar hold wipes out the touchdown, and the following play was a complete disaster as Reed lost his footing and Blunt picks off Kelly. And that results just a few minutes later with a go-ahead touchdown from Bradshaw to Grossman, and the Steelers lead for the first time in the second half. Under 2 to go, Smith, who had a masterful day, his best receiving yardage total of the season, he grabs that one. Then on the other end of the 2-minute warning, another big play to Smith, setting up the Bills a very good red zone offense with a chance to take the late lead. On a 3rd and goal, Kelly looks for his fullback again, and it looked like he scored, but after the initial ruling, they reversed the call and said he was short of the end zone. On 4th and goal, the fullback would be the intended target again, but he was out of bounds here. A crushing 4th down stop by that Pittsburgh defense. All the Steelers need is to avoid a safety, and this game is over. But of course, that's exactly what they give up right here. First game with 2 safeties in the history of this league, so all the Bills need is a field goal to win the game. James Lofton, the hero last week against Indianapolis, sets up the Bills in field goal range, but Kelly is intercepted by Greenwood, and the Buffalo season ends with a 72-yard return touchdown from L.C. Greenwood. The Steelers led the league with 7 defensive touchdowns this season and find the end zone to win the wild card round despite a brilliant day from receiver Don Smith. 96 Packers at the 15 Panthers, and both quarterbacks tonight were MVPs in that single season. As for Green Bay's Brett Favre, despite the elements, a 45-degree chilly night from Charlotte, he would throw 2 touchdowns, picking up where he left off last week. This one to Freeman to put him up 17-7 at the break. But the Packers would unravel in the second half. Favre with the incompletion on a 3-and-out, and then would watch Stewart, and the Panthers march the distance. The Carolina running back with his 8th touchdown of the year. Then Favre, who had only 1 fumble all year, commits a brutal turnover here, and the rookie gives Carolina their first lead. Shaq Thompson, another 3-and-out for Green Bay. Then another long drive from Carolina, and Newton finds the tight end Greg Olsen for his 10th touchdown of the year. Green Bay would need a bit of a miracle down by 11 late in the ball game. Favre would march him into the red zone, but a brutal flag would negate this 16-yard completion of Brooks. Dorsey Levens with a clear holding there. Then on 4th down for the game, Favre throws one to Rison, who couldn't hang on, and the Green Bay season ends in Carolina by the final of 28-17. The team leader in sacks, Kawan Short, had another 2 in this one, and a brilliant performance for the Panthers. Miami at Indianapolis. The 06 Colts, by way of only tiebreakers over Jacksonville, made the playoffs as AFC South champs. They play host to the Dolphins, and for Miami, they had their best half of football all year. Warfield the touchdown, then Manning the interception. Dick Anderson with 2 during the regular season, his first of 2 today. Greasy finds the end zone again, this one to Larry Seipel. Then after another Colts punt, Miami punches it in again. 28 yards from Greasy to Stowe. Missed PAT, and it's 20-0 Dolphins. Colts had something brewing with a 39-yard pass to Reggie Wayne. He went over 100 on the day, but then Anderson picks off Manning again and has an open alley to the end zone, but Brian Fletcher eventually catches him from behind. Greasy gives the ball right back to the Colts on the next play, though. This one to Gilbert Gardner. Not quite as good of a return, but it sets up Manning and company, and they take advantage. About a minute left in the half, Dallas Clark for the score. That would be the tally at the half, 20-7. Colts had the ball and momentum to begin the third, but Manning gives it right back up as Curtis Johnson returns for a touchdown, and that's when the avalanche begins for the 72 Dolphins. A pick in the end zone from Tim Foley, and the next Colts drive was even worse as Manning throws another jump ball. Johnson picks him off and returns for another touchdown. 5 picks in a disastrous game from Peyton Manning. The 72 Dolphins have their ticket punched to the Mile High City in Denver to battle the Broncos for next week's divisional playoff game. Miami's defense was the story of this one. Curtis Johnson with now 4 pick sixes on the year and a Dolphins rout 35-14. The first 5 interception playoff game in league history. That's Peyton Manning today. An all-time great performance by the no-name defense. Winner to San Francisco next week for the divisional round. The greatest show on turf visits the triplets. Here's one of them, Michael Irvin. 68 catches during the regular season, but only 3 against St. Louis today. The Rams end their opening drive in just over a minute with a 52-yard touchdown to the rookie Torrey Holt, but Smith and the Cowboys respond, 6 on their first drive as well. On the ensuing St. Louis possession, Larry Brown intercepts Kurt Warner, and the Cowboys punching in again on the following play. 9th touchdown of the year from Alvin Harper. Cowboys lead, it's 14-10 at halftime. The Moose diving in, and the Cowboys lead it by 2 scores in the second half, but if anyone can come back, it's Warner and the Rams. Rookie Torrey Holt, another touchdown, and he goes over the century mark for the 3rd time with some help from a lost James Washington. 2-pointer is good. Then the defense stops Agee and the Cowboys, so St. Louis has the ball with just under 2 minutes to go. First down to Prohl, then a first down to the spectacular rookie Torrey Holt, and then with the Rams in field goal range to tie it, Warner with a brutal decision is picked off by Isiak Holt, his first interception since week 3, and the Cowboys have the ball with a chance to win the game. But the offense goes 3 and out with a hold on top of it, so St. Louis has great field position with a Mike Saxon punt. Hakeem, an electric return man, brings it into Cowboy territory, needing 3 to tie and a touchdown to win the game. Warner, after an incompletion, throws one right off of the hands of Thomas Everett. The following play, complete to his own guy, Torrey Holt, but short of the first down. Rams forego going for it. 54-yard field goal from Wilkins, and it is no good to end the Rams season. Who knows, maybe they open up the vent or something and it drifts out to the left. Dallas wins the game 21-18. They limped into the playoffs with the Cowboys are moving on despite a terrific day from receiver Torrey Holt. The greatest teams wildcard playoffs is in the book. Some incredible games from this weekend. And then coming up next Sunday, highlights of the divisional round beginning from Foxborough. Steel curtain against the undefeated 07 Patriots. Dallas at San Francisco, that should be must-watch TV. Miami at Denver, then Carolina at Chicago. That concludes the wild card round of the greatest team season.